Hello there, Andrew Van Leeuwen from Speedcafe here at Mount Panorama in Bathurst. I'm joined by my colleague Stefan Bartholomaeus, and we're going to have a quick chat about what's coming up this weekend. This preview is brought to you by the Ford F-150. Stefan, firstly, we're in Bathurst. How good is that?
Very exciting to be here. A little overcast and cold at the moment, but looks like some pretty good weather across the weekend.
It is a bit cold today. Looking forward to the sun coming out at some point. So we're only just at the point of track action actually getting underway at Bathurst, but there's already been some pretty big talking points out and about. Now, last week we had the unveiling of the 13-round 2025 Supercars calendar. We've now got confirmation that there will be a final system. So basically, the top 10 after the Bathurst 1000 next year will be in contention for the title. They will go to the Gold Coast, where 3 drivers will be knocked out. They will go to the Gold Coast, where 3 drivers will be knocked out. They'll then go to Sandown, where another 3 drivers will be knocked out, and a top 4 will be left to battle it out in Adelaide. The idea is that the points will be effectively equalised ahead of each stage of the finals, but there will be advantages to whoever the points leader was before that, and to the sprint champion and the enduro champion. It's a little bit complicated, but I personally think it's a great system. I think it's a good step forward for the sport, a good evolution. Stefan, your thoughts on what Supercars is doing here?
Well, there has been a lot of information to digest, and obviously Speedcafe readers had a little head start on getting their heads around this when we reported on it last week, but the detail has all been rolled out today, as well as the regular information on formats and everything, and there's more racing to look forward to next year. But yes, the big one is the final system, and we're really going to have to experience it to fully understand what it's like, but I think on paper it promises to add a lot of excitement to the end of the season.
There's been a little bit of talk about tyres as well, so the current hard compound will effectively be retired, and the current soft compound that will be replaced by a new soft compound and the existing super soft, and they'll be using those 2 compounds not in the same races but on the same weekends at all of the sprint events. I mean, that's something that I think a lot of teams and drivers have been calling for, because it means that you can't just copycat what happens on a Saturday and go into Sunday and do the same thing.
Yeah, it's certainly something that we've seen a bit this year, where the Saturday race, someone can do something smart and then everyone sees their homework and copies it for the next day. So yeah, they're trying to mix it up and really challenge these teams and drivers.
Now, another huge talking point heading into the Bathurst 1000 has been the Ford engines. Obviously, there were some issues with crankshafts at the Sandown 500 recently. There's been this huge race against time to have 10 engines, 1 for each Mustang with a revised crankshaft spec, ready to go for this weekend. Those engines will be rolled out as the weekend kind of rolls on. Stefan, it's been a remarkable build-up, because we've seen people connected to Ford, even people not directly connected to Ford, literally flying all over the world to pick up parts, hand luggage, as part of this massive effort to get 10 engines ready. It's extraordinary, right?
Oh, it's been an amazing storyline since Sandown, really. And yeah, I've spoken to a couple of Ford drivers who have said, I have no idea who some of these people are that are going to play a critical role in how my Bathurst 1000 plays out. It's an amazing thing, and there's more to come with it in terms of whether teams even want to run this new spec, or whether the higher mileage sort of known quantity crankshafts, which have been crack tested and all the engines rebuilt as spares for this weekend, whether that's actually something that teams will want to race with.
And some minor parity changes coming for this weekend for the engines as well, based on the transient dyno testing that's been taking place over the last couple of months.
Yeah, well, those Ford issues were a bit of a distraction from the overall bigger picture of what Supercars was trying to do in implementing what they'd learnt at the AVL dyno testing in the United States. So we're going to see some engine mapping tweaks to both the Chevrolet and the Ford ahead of this weekend to try to ensure a level playing field.
It will be a fascinating topic, I think, as the weekend kind of plays out, this whole engine and reliability and parity thing. Stefan, just before we finish up, who do you think is going to win this weekend? Give us your favourite heading into the great race on Sunday.
I think Triple Eight were so dominant at Sandown, really. They had 2 cars in the fight there. It's going to be harder for them here now that the full course yellow rules have changed a bit, and double stacking and the jeopardy of some of those strategy decisions has returned. But certainly I think they go in as the favourites.
I have to agree. I think those 2 AAA cars will be pretty hard to beat. Remember to stay tuned to Speedcafe across the Bathurst 1000 week. It's going to be fascinating, whatever happens, because, let's face it, it's Bathurst. We'll have all the latest news and reaction and race reports and everything you need. Live updates thanks to Mobile One as well. So keep an eye on what we're doing. It should be a great week.
America's favourite truck is here. The Ford F-150. Go big.